All right, we're going to be using graphical analysis as the program we use to graph data. The reason we're using this program is because it does connect to the sensors and equipment that we have that's called vernier. So these have different sensors and different probes that are pretty neat when they hook up directly to our iPad. That, for example, if we have a temperature probe, it will automatically be taking temperature and automatically be entering that data and graphing it as it's taking that data. You need to first make sure that you have that app. So if you go to self-service, and then you're going to search for graphical analysis. If there are more than one app that comes up, if there is more than one app that comes up when you're looking for it, make sure you're looking for this Vernier Graphical Analysis 4. So if you don't have that downloaded, you'll need to install that. I already have that. When I open it up, it gives us a couple different options. The sensor data collection, that's what we will be using when we are using it connected to that vernier equipment, the sensors or the probes. Today, though, we're just doing manual entry. You are manually entering all of your data from the bubble tube. So you're going to click on that. Now we need to set up and rename our data sets and our X and our Y columns. So to do that, you're going to be clicking on the three dots to the right of each of these. I'm going to rename first the whole data set. This first one is going to be the red tube, so I'm just going to rename it red. And now I want to rename the X and the Y columns right here. So again, to do that, I'm clicking on the three buttons to the right, and then column options. Our X column is time. So this is going to be time measured in seconds. And then I'm going to apply that. Same thing with the Y, click on the three dots, column options, and our Y is distance. So renaming that to distance, and we measured it in centimeters. And apply. Now we have one data set ready to go, but we need 3 total data sets. So we're going to go click again on the 3 dots to the right of where it says red and add new data set. I'm going to rename this one right away to blue. Rename. And our X's and our Y's are already set. And I'm going to add one more data set and rename that one to green. Rename. Now we have all 3 data sets ready for data, ready to enter the data. It is important that you keep them in this order, red, blue, green, because that's what matches up with the colors that the program automatically graphs these. So if you put it in a different order, it gets confusing because then your red line is green or blue or whatever. So you need to start entering your data. To get your cursor up, you'll have to kind of double click on there and then start entering your data. All right, so once you have all of your data entered, all my data is entered there, you'll notice that only one of those data sets is actually plotted on the graph. So to fix that, we need to go over here and click where it says distance on that tab, and move that out of the way, and toggle on the red and the blue data sets. And so now you can see that all 3 of those data sets are plotted on there. We need to get a best fit line for each one of those data sets. Now, a best fit line does not mean you connect the dots. A best fit line is, in this case, it's a straight line, it's a linear line that best fits all the data points that we have. So to do that, you need to click on the little icon in the lower left down here and apply curve fit. That line should be linear. That's what we want it for this, and then we click apply. Now we have this box right here that has all the information about those lines. It has it in a y equals mx plus b format, and if you remember what the m means, the m is the slope. So that is going to be really important information about our lines. All 3 of them you can see have different slopes, and you can see that just by looking at the lines. You can see that they are different steepness. The m in this box right here gives us what their slope actually is, what value that actually is. So that means how rise over run, how much does the y change over how much does the x change. The very last thing you'll want to do on here is take a screenshot so you can save your data so that you have that available when you go back and look at your lab and answer those questions. You might want to make sure that you do, oops, let's bring that back up, that when you take a screenshot that you do have the M's visible as much as possible for all 3 lines. And there's a screenshot. And then we are all set with that part.